So when you hear a lie, you know it's a lie. It's funny. I'm online. On my blog, this particular blog, I was combating someone who I used to listen to, Kim Clement. I used to listen to him. I was exposed to him back in the day, MSI days, and I used to think he was pretty neat. Well, I thought he was neat because he was different from where I was raised. He was different from some of the other things that I had been exposed to. But different don't make it good. You follow what I'm saying? So I'm opposing him online regarding lying prophecies, or should I say prophelies, because it's a bunch of propheliers in the earth today. And someone came online and they said, well, this happened. What say ye? You know, they were responding. If you want to know what it says, you go on my website, go to the blog and find out the bottom line. It's under The Lies Never Cease. It's under that blog. But something in particular happened, and the person was questioning me, and all I could think about was the Pharisees and the Sadducees and how they would come up to Yeshua and say, what do you say about this? So did he tell the truth or did he lie? He lied. It's like 1 + 1 is 2. It's not 3. You're not going to convince me that it's 3. But see, itching ears, you don't hear what people are saying. You take bits and pieces out. And because this is a person that fascinates you, so you cannot be so fascinated with people. The only person that you should be fascinated with is God. That's the only person you should be fascinated with. It's him. But these people are fascinated with men. And because we're fascinated with men, whatever they say is acceptable. Even if it's a lie, you can't disseminate that it's a lie because you are so fascinated. You're so overwhelmed. You're so enamored by this person. They could tell no lies. Yeah, they can. Listen to the words that come out of their mouth. If they're for the truth, they'll tell the truth. If they're with God, then they will not walk in darkness. And lying is darkness. To say that you are a prophet and tell a lie and say that God said something is walking in darkness. That is not the truth. It says here, this is how you know that we belong to him, because we keep his commandments. Well, lying is a thing that he's not cool with. Matter of fact, it's one of the things that he hates. So how does that person belong to him? But anyway, people wanted to oppose me on that. Go online and look under The Lies Never Cease, and you'll see all of the comments that were posted regarding that. People just do not want to accept the truth, you know, not to mention the fact that this same guy prophesied in September of this year, I believe it was September of this year, that Sarah Palin was going to be in the office, that God said that she was going to be in office, that prayer was going to be coming out of the White House because of Alaska and blah, blah, blah. Okay, which one is it, dude? Is it Obama or is it Sarah Palin? Who is it? You can't figure out that this cat is lying when he has 50 different prophecies to 50 different people. He's a paid for prophet. In other words, he's paid to prophesy. You understand? But if you have itching ears and you don't hear what people are saying, then you are walking in darkness, and that's a choice. That's not someone else's fault. That's a choice. But hereby we know that we belong to him and that we know him if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. I just shared that with you. And the truth is not in him. But whoso keepeth his word, whoso keepeth his word. I'm not talking about doctrines of men. I'm not talking about your religion, you know, your denomination. Whoso keepeth the bylaws, whoso keepeth what the pastor saith. I'm not talking about that mess. Been there. I've seen all that crap already. I'm on here telling you that that's some foolishness. It is not from God. It is not of God. It is anti-Christ. It is against him. It is not for him. It is in direct opposition to him and what he stands for. It is in direct opposition to God. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is keeping his word, nothing else. See, we got all these things that we do, all these traditions that we keep, all these holidays that we keep, all of these different things that we do that have absolutely nothing to do with the word of God. They have absolutely no foundation in the word. But people have interjected, oh yeah, God is in this because I say, you know, it's Resurrection Sunday, then it's God. Because I say Easter, you know, then any believer automatically thinks God. No, we think about Easter bunnies and eggs just like everybody else because that's the real place it came from. Not to mention the fact that he wasn't that he did not die at the end of April. You know, whenever y'all have Easter, it was more like in the beginning of the year. Okay, the first month, 14th day is when Passover was to happen. You're going to have to do your studies. But he died during the time of Passover. So if the Passover, there were several Passovers, but if you do your study, you'll recognize that there was one in particular that was the first month, 14th day. Okay, that would put us in January or whatever they called it at that time. I can't remember. I don't have my calendar. Excuse me. I don't have my calendar, Jewish calendar in front of me, so I can't give you the particular name, but you study that out. Okay, Easter is about the goddess Aster. But, you know, we're going to slap Jesus on it. We're going to slap Yeshua on it and say that this is a godly holiday. That doesn't make that. It says, whoso keepeth his word, not what everybody else is saying. In him verily is the love of God perfected. It's matured. The love of God is mature in you when you keep his word. Not when you keep what everything else and keep what everybody else is saying and keep what the pastor's saying and keep what tradition says. No, the love of God is perfected in you. It's matured in you when you keep his word. You know why it's perfected? Because you're doing what he told you to do. So you're becoming mature. You're becoming perfected because you're keeping the things that he said to you. And those things is what make you mature. Those things are the things that perfect you. Hereby know we that we are in him. Verse 6, okay, says, he that saith he abideth in him ought himself also to walk even as he walked. Now, you remember what I was telling you about when I was 16, what the Spirit of Truth told me about churches that don't belong to God? It says here, he that saith he abideth in him. So if when you go to MSI, your pastor says he abides in him, or the people around you that you hang out with say that they abide in him. If they're not walking like he walked, that's not the truth. Sorry, I didn't write the book. You're the one that said you believe this. So I'm putting it in your face. I'm like Noah building the ark. I'm putting it right out there. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. It's going to rain on your head. Y'all need to get ready and get in this ark. Come on in here. This is where it's safe. Go ahead and laugh. You don't have to accept what I'm saying. It doesn't matter to me whether you do or you don't. My desire is that those that would hear the word, those that belong to him, will come into the knowledge of him and live the rest of this time on this earth before he comes back and turns this into his complete dominion, into his complete kingdom, that we would be able to live in a way that resembles truth, in a way that pleases him, that we be able to walk in righteousness until his return. You follow what I'm saying? That's my concern, because see, I already know that few there be that find it. Matthew chapter 7. Go check it out. It said it flat out. Wide is the road. Wide is the gate that leads to destruction. There's a lot of people on that road. That wide place means it doesn't have any boundaries. There are no boundaries. There are no, and what am I talking about boundaries? I'm talking about no limits, no rules, no regulations. A lot of people live on that road, even people that say they belong to him. But you know what? Guess what? If they're not walking as he walked, they don't. And that's just the truth. 1 Timothy, I was reading the other day, and I was listening to Paul tell Timothy to hold to his faith, hold his faith. War a good warfare. You know, fight for what you believe. Fight for your faith.